even though we have a perfect shelter above us and a wood stove, unless we have some insulation underneath us, we still get cold. So something like this. It's a reindeer skin rug, still used in Finland and Sweden, the perfect way to insulate yourself from cold ground. Now the reason they're so good is because each individual hair on this skin is actually hollow, and it traps a layer of warm air. Now we can then move on to the more modern approach. This is a choice of most backpackers these days. It's called a Thermarest. There are other manufacturers that make them, but the Thermarest is actually a self-inflating mattress. So it has a foam layer on the inside, nylon on the outside, and by opening this valve here, we allow air in, and that, once it's closed up again, that traps a layer of air which insulates it from the ground. It's also one of the most comfortable beds that you can have in the outdoors as well. Far preferable to the old-fashioned camping mattresses which inflate really thickly. The other option is the cheapest option. Something that's been around for a long time now is close cell foam. Now this is a roll mat, sometimes called a carry mat, but made by quite a few different manufacturers. Now close cell foam is a very, very dense foam mat which gives us pretty good insulation, actually very good insulation, but a much more lightweight option if you're going backpacking or something like that. A really good piece of kit. We just need to think about what sort of sleeping bag we use. Now traditionally people use blankets, but the obvious problem with blankets is firstly that they're very heavy. Also, a blanket doesn't enclose you all the way around, so modern sleeping bags are by far the best option. This is a modern mummy-shaped sleeping bag which has a synthetic high-tech insulation that keeps us warm even when it's wet. Now down, which is the traditional fabric for very warm sleeping bags, is fine if you're going to keep it dry, so it's great if you're mountaineering and you can guarantee you're not going to get it wet, but feather down does lose all its insulation properties when it's wet, whereas something with synthetic materials like this is a much better option. I always prefer a central zip, which means that we can get out just by pulling open the front, and we can escape that way. So if there's a problem, we have to get up quickly in the middle of the night. That's a really good option.
The A to Z of Bushcraft is now out on DVD. Support the series www.azbushcraft.com.